Hi guys! So today I'm going to tell you about my purple hair care routine. I know it's kind of pinkish, kind of purplish. I don't even really know what color it is. I never seem to know what color it is. It just fades from one color to another, but I don't really mind. I kind of like how unpredictable it is. And I get a lot of questions in my real life, from friends and family and people who just see me at the mall. And they ask me all the time, what do I do to maintain my hair? Because honestly, it's not easy. And I know I don't see a ton of people that can really maintain a color like this, and I think that's because it's super high maintenance and it is exhausting to have hair this color. My hair's been an unnatural color since I think June-ish, and when I originally did it I went to a salon to have it done, but I've only been that one time to the salon to get it done. Every other time, all the colors in between, everything has just been done by me. I went from dark brown hair to ice blue hair, so I was like, I'm not trusting myself to do this by myself. And I wanted to do it at a salon because girl, I'm dyeing my hair blue. You gotta take that seriously. I'd never really had an entire head of a different color hair, and I was going from brown to blue. When I first did it, I went in and they were like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this for you, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yes you are. And a lot of money, and 6 hours later I walked out of the salon with ice blue hair. So after I dyed my hair blue, I learned very quickly that it was going to be very difficult to maintain. I took one shower and suddenly it was almost white, most of the dye had come out. And I talked to a few different people about how they maintain their colored hair, and I decided that I was just going to take matters into my own hands and just kind of take care of it myself. There's a couple of steps that I go through to maintain this hair, and I'm going to let you guys know those steps right now. So the number one most important thing about having this color hair, or any sort of unnatural hair color, is just to wash it the least amount possible. I know that that's so hard for so many people because everybody wants to wash their hair every day or at least every other day. Rein it in and try not to wash your hair very often. I probably wash my hair once a week. I know, that sounds really gross, but I promise you it's not. I take baths all the time, so I am clean. I take baths every night. So I'm clean, my hair just isn't. But I will say that I used to have very oily hair until I dyed it, because I had to bleach it and then dye it, and it totally changed what my hair was. So now it's very dry hair, and it's obviously extremely damaged. So I think it's really good for your hair to be able to let it take in all those natural oils and just not strip it every single day, because otherwise then it would never last and it would just be so bad for your hair. So my number one best friend is dry shampoo. This little one is my favorite, and it's the Fudge Urban Dry Shampoo Brush and Go Waterless Shampoo. You can only get this one at Target and only certain Targets. I know I can only get this one out of all the Targets that I go to at the one by my Nana's house. So every time I go I pick up 3 bottles. This one's my favorite. I have a whole post on our blog, which I can link below for you guys, about all my favorite dry shampoos and my least favorite ones and the best ways to use them. Oh my god, the sun just went completely away. Is it gonna come back? Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to deal with this darkness. So yeah, so the number one most important thing, dry shampoo. I usually start using my dry shampoo on the 2nd or 3rd day, probably the 3rd day, since I usually go 5, 6, 7 days without washing, and it's totally saved my hair. It's good for your hair, and I definitely recommend it. And I know a lot of my friends with dark hair are like, I can't use dry shampoo because blah blah blah, all the white cast in my hair. I promise you, you can use any dry shampoo. You just have to make sure that you're doing it right. And like I said, I explain out all how to use it in my blog post at coastalbeans.blogspot.com, and I will link it below. So the next thing we're going to talk about is what you actually do when you're in the shower, and this is the number one most important part, other than not washing your hair very often. When you do wash your hair, you have to do it right. So this is the shampoo that I use. You see it? It's bright purple, and it is the Shiny Silver Ultra Conditioning Shampoo. Eliminates yellow and brassiness in white and gray hair, instantly restores brightness, enhances blonde, and revitalizes bleach, frosted, and blonde tinted color. So basically this is for people with white blonde hair or gray hair. But I use this shampoo. They have tons of different ones. I think there's a drugstore brand that has a purple shampoo, or like a silver shampoo they're also called, but this one I just got from Sally Beauty Supply, and this is just really helpful because my hair definitely gravitates towards warmer colors, so when it fades to pink or to like more of a yellowy blonde, and so I want to try and eliminate that as much as possible. So I use this shampoo. Before I started using this shampoo, I tried to use the Organics shampoo, which is this one, and conditioner, because it's well known for being sulfate free, which is really important for when you're dealing with processed damaged hair and colored hair. You want to maintain your color. So this is the dry shampoo that so this is the shampoo that I used before I started using the silver shampoo. And I would also use this conditioner as well. But when I lived in New York, this shampoo and conditioner was so expensive. It was like $10 for a bottle this big. So I kind of stopped using this one. So the next most important thing is your conditioner. So right now, honestly, the type, it's not your conditioner that's important. It's not the type of conditioner. Like right now, since I ran out of the Organics, I think I'm just using a Tresemme, like one of this huge one. What's important about it is that it's white and that it's you know, a moisture hair, luxurious for dry damaged hair, whatever. But it's white, and it's really important that it's white. It's just splurted all over me. It's really important that you use a white conditioner, which is surprisingly a lot harder to find than you would think. I mean, yes, most conditioners are white, but a lot of times you'll pick one up and be like, wow, this conditioner is yellow, and I had no idea because I'd never thought about it before. So I mix my conditioner with my hair dye. So I actually use the Manic Panic hair dye. It's a cult classic. It's a favorite. People who've been dyeing their hair for like 40 years use Manic Panic. I used a different type before when I just had dip dyed hair, and I used a different kind because Manic Panic is not the most long lasting. It's not. But I will say that it gives you the best color with the least amount of damage. So that's why I use this one, because I really just wanted to maintain the nice quality of my hair. My hair is very soft to the touch. It doesn't look super damaged, and that's because I try not to use a super damaging dye. So I really love using Manic Panic. Right now I'm using Ultraviolet, but before that I used a Shocking Blue. And so what I usually do is I have this little thing, which I used to have conditioner in it. I don't use the conditioner that's in this anymore. This is like when I first dyed it and they conned me in the shop. They were like, oh, you definitely need this super expensive shampoo and conditioner to maintain your blue hair. And I was like, give me anything to maintain it. So, but I like this because it is in like a tub and it's pretty small. It's not like a huge tub. So what I do is I pour my Tresemme or whatever it is, and then I add a little bit of my Manic Panic with this little thing. Don't really know what it is. I think I found it in our silverware drawer. I think it's like some kind of weird spoon. I don't really know. A regular spoon works, or a knife, or whatever. And I just mix them together, and if you can see, I think this looks kind of blue on camera, but it's purple in there. It's pretty light right now because I am trying to let my hair fade. I will say that right now. It's not the most vibrant that it's ever been in this moment in time. So, as you can see, it is purple in there, and oh god, I almost just poured this all out, all over my, it would have been so bad. Okay, close that up. So that's the important thing, is you mix your hair dye with your conditioner. The reason why I like doing this is because it dyes your hair while conditioning it, and any of the dye that comes out while you shampoo just goes right back in when you condition. Also, it's so much more forgiving than if you're just like gonna throw this in your hair, because if you miss a spot, then you're all splotchy. But with conditioner, you can really work it in, really get it in, and it's just so much better for your hair. I use so much conditioner, considering that I only wash my hair once a week, because I will fill this thing up and use this whole thing, and this is like 4 ounces. 5 ounces! Okay, I don't use the whole thing, but I use most of it. I probably use 4 ounces, and that's a lot. Like, I have long hair, but it's not, I mean, come on. That's a lot of conditioner. I mean, it's important that I make sure that I get the dye. I put it in my roots, which I never did before I had dyed hair, because like I said, I had oily hair and I never wanted to put conditioner in my roots. I put it in my roots, I put it all through my hair, I work it in, like, you know, I do some of this motion, some of this motion, and so I put it in, I throw it up in a ponytail, and then I shave my legs, wash my body, do whatever it is I need to do, let it sit in there for probably 10-15 minutes if I can. Showers take a long time. People always give me so much shit for it, but like, girl, I'm only showering once a week. You gotta let me live. I also sometimes will use rubber gloves, like if I just got a manicure or I don't really want to mess up my hands, because the dye will dye your hands like purple or blue or whatever color it is that you're using. So I do use rubber gloves, and mine are buried somewhere, but they're just from CVS. It's like $7 or something for 50 gloves. So now that we know what I do in the shower, it's time for my post-shower routine. So I'll start by brushing my hair with the Tangle Teezer. I love these hairbrushes. I think they're so great. They're so easy to use and they're so gentle on your hair. I have more than one of them and I just truly love this brush. So after I finish brushing, the first thing I'll do when I get out of the shower is take some of my Bumble & Bumble BB Defrizz. This is my favorite one. I just do like a quarter or dime size drop in my hands, put it in my hair, all over my hair, and it just really helps keep it soft and really nice. The next thing that I'll do is I will use a little bit more of the Fudge Urban Ice Tropical Cocktail Miracle Ends Smooth and Condition and Seal. Then I will go in with the Thick and Full Biotin and Collagen Organics Weightless Healing Oil Mist. So then I will go in and blow dry, and right now I'm just using one that I found at my mom's house, but I usually use a Conair 1875 because it folds up really tiny and is perfect for travel. I try not to use heat on my hair all too often, but since I usually end up washing my hair only about once a week, I don't think it's too bad that I use heat on my hair once a week. And sometimes I will even give my hair like a week off and just put it in braids and just kind of like let it breathe for a week, but since I'm only using it once a week, I don't think it's too bad. I forgot to show this step, but I always make sure that I use a heat protectant. This is just the Ion heat protectant spray. I just like this one. This one was like really cheap because it's travel size. I just spritz that all over my hair. When I curled my hair today, I used an Ion curling iron. I think this is like a 1-inch barrel. This is not the one that I usually use. This is what it looks like. It has 4 temperatures, 300 to 450, yada yada yada. You've seen these before. So yeah, then I'll just go in and curl my hair. This isn't actually the wand that I use on a daily basis, but I will put my regular wand info in the down bar. I don't usually put hairspray in my hair. My hair tends to hold a curl pretty well on its own, and I try not to put any excess product in my hair if I can help it. But yeah, that's it. There's your finished product. So yeah, to me, that is the best way to maintain... Ooh, why is my necklace doing this? That is the... Come on, girl. So that is the best way to maintain dyed hair. Like I said, my hair was blue and then it faded to purple and then the purple faded to pink. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. It just is what it is. Just gotta let it live. And then I put some purple back into it and then it's purple and now it's kind of like a bluish purple at the top and it fades down to like this pink at the bottom. I don't really know. But what I do know is that my hair, considering how much I've destroyed my hair with bleaching and dyeing and redoing my roots and all of that, my hair is very healthy. It's about as healthy as it could possibly be, and that's because I take really good care of it. I just want to reiterate that this is just the way that I do my hair. People with dyed hair might do it completely differently. Everybody's hair is different, so you know what works for me might not work for other people, but this really, really works for me. Like I said, I started off with oily hair that was dark brown. Bleached my hair first, which I know a lot of people really don't want to do, but I definitely recommend it if you're going to be going lighter. I used to have dip dye before I had my whole head done, and I did bleach the tips of my hair. And I had that for a while, probably 7 or 8 months. And then I got that cut out, and then I had ombre with some pink streaks in it, and nothing was ever enough for me. I just wanted my whole head to be a color, so finally I just gave in and did it. And I'm so, so happy with it. I love my hair color. I hope this was even just a little bit helpful to you. You know, I take a lot of pride in it because for me, you know, I see a lot of people with really damaged, really, you know, greasy and frizzy and like all kinds of crazy things with their colorful hair. And it just drives me up a wall because I'm like, to me, by putting color in your hair, you're drawing attention to your hair. And you don't want to draw attention to your hair and then just have it look unhealthy and just have it not look good. So for me, it's super important that if I'm going to have this hair, then I'm going to keep up with it and I'm going to deal with the high maintenance aspect of it and just make sure that it looks good because, you know, that's the whole point, is that it's cool hair. You want people to look at it, you want people to like it and think it's cool looking, but they're not gonna think that if it's just really, really unhealthy. So to me, that's really, really important. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we will see you on our next video. Bye! attention, but I just don't know.